Alright, chat in Godot. We're gonna need to start a new project. Gonna call this game chat. Create and edit. Oh god, what am I doing? We're gonna need a user interface with a margin container and a VBox container where we can store our messages, and we need a message. So let's add a hbox container. Call this message, and then inside this message we're gonna have label. Here we go. And then say help. This doesn't really look how I want it to. Let's get a background for this guy. Panel container. Call this background, and then let's save this as message scene. Then in here we're gonna instantiate this into the chat box. So it's gonna look like this. We might need a way to input our text into. So let's create a line edit. Let's have this line edit be at the bottom. This is a bit scuffed. There we go. Let's add a script. Call this main chat. Create. We don't need these. We're gonna want to connect this guy, so we're gonna go into nodes and then on text submit, connect to this script, then connect, print the new text. Then we're gonna save this as main chat. We're doing. Save that. Let's see. Select this as current scene. So now when we type something, we're gonna see a hello. We might want a reference to this thing. Select it, hold control, drag and drop. This as a constant. Message is equal to message scene. We're gonna need a function, send message from account and the message. And we gotta create an account script. So let's head into our res folder, script, and call this account, and let's inherit resource, create, open it. Here we're gonna have an export username and have that as a string. Something else like description. We might want an account image. And it's gonna be a texture. Go back to this. Let's just have a reference to our current account. I don't know why that's gone red, so I'm gonna remove it. Do we have an account? No. Current account. Okay, yeah, that's why. Pass. Class name account. So we need a class name named account as well. And then inside of here, account, we're gonna create a new account. We're gonna get an image. Let's make this a small image. Resize 50, 50. Let's draw a smiley face. Save. Save as smiley. Save. Gonna grab it and then drag it in. Drag this smiley into our account image texture. And then let's give it a name. Let's give it a description. So now we're gonna print debug this account with the message. And then because I removed this, we're gonna reconnect that. Send message with current account and the message itself. Test this out. And we have our current account with our message hello. Now if account exists and message if account exists and is not empty, then continue. We're gonna clear this text so that we can't spam the text. So if we just do this, you see it don't work, because without this we could spam it otherwise. You see, clear text, and then we're gonna have to instantiate a new message. Message copy is message.instantiate. Message copy dot set data. So we're gonna have to create a new script on this message. Call this message data create, and then here we're gonna have func set data account add message, just like the send message function. Let's create two of these. So we have one for the account and one for the message. So we're gonna have username, and then we're gonna have the message itself, which looks a bit off. There's a little space. So we're gonna go into theme overrides, constants, and then just enable that. It looks a bit off still, so let's use a colon and a space. Drag our account. This is gonna be equal to account.username. Let's set this to account, and then let's set this to string, just so it knows the variable type. And let's add a message, and this text is gonna be equal to the message. Because we added these two, we're gonna have to add them in here as well, plus colon space, and then let's call this set data function on set message with account add message, and then let's add this to our chat box dot add child message copy, and we should have a functioning chat. Oh, so we're using the same names twice, which we cannot do. So we're gonna rename this to message scene. Copy that and then paste it here. Let's try that again. Yep, there we go. Limbozo, hello world. Let's say I'm from the future. Yep, seems about right. But oh, yeah. So that's not. We need to prevent that from happening. Let's add a scroll container. Oh yeah, we need to update the names. If we change this hierarchy, this is gonna break. So remember to update. Remember to update your variables. Very nice. There we go. Now I do want to change the size of this, so let's add an export called chat size as a float. Let's add a tool variable to this so we can see live changes in the editor. Set a colon here, hit enter, and then set value colon. This is gonna create a setGet method, and if value is greater than 0, then change margin size dot scale to value. And this is vector 2, so we're gonna have to use a vector 2 as well. Just like so. Save that, go in here, and then 1, okay, 2, 3, nothing happened. Alright, as to be expected. This is what's gonna be changing. So we're gonna have to set a default on this. Maybe try that again. Okay, it has not worked. Print value. Let's do some debugging. Check size. And then 3, 5, no. Okay, interesting. Maybe it's just Godot. Close this and then reopen Godot. And pray to God that it works. Let's see. 2, yeah, okay. Let's also remember to update this value. I would like to be able to edit this inside the chat when the game is running. So let's create a new line edit. But first let's rename this to send message. Just so we know what function it reflects. Send message with the same send message. Add line edit. New line edit. Let's have this be down in this corner. Chat size 1 by default. Center. I want to add my own font. I'm gonna use the Goldman font. You can use whatever font you want. Download family. Hell yeah. Goldman regular. Drag it in. Yeah, let's create a new theme. Drag this guy in here. Set default font size to 16. Remember to save this. Save as Goldman theme. Maybe there's better ways, but let's quick load that theme. And then let's quick load it over here as well. Quick load. Let's head back, get rid of these, because we don't need them. This chat size is gonna hook up to the actual chat size variable. Is equal to new text. But you can't have a float equal a string. That does not work. So we're gonna have to do a float conversion on this string, like so. Yep. It works alright. Now, yeah, so it's gonna disappear if we go too big, but I mean, that's not my problem, right? We wanna have our account image. So let's add a texture. Add this back here. Go into inspector and use smiley face. Let's call this account image. Go into message data account image dot texture equals account dot account image. We have not updated the hierarchy. Clear text. Send message. Alright. Yep, there we go. Maybe we'd need a message limit, you know. So let's set a message limit, because this is probably not what you'd want. So let's add that real quick. At export var message limit. And let's have an int. Have that default to 100. Let's simulate this. We have 5. We add another one, but before this gets added, let's remove the top one, which would be child 0. So that gets removed. Chatbox dot get child count. Man, what you doing, bruh? What? Interrupting me, what the hell? Man. Oh. If the child count, when a message count goes over the message limit, then we remove the first child. Let's write this down. When message count goes over message limit, remove child 0. If this plus 1 goes over message limit, get child 0 and q3, aka remove that. Alright, And let's test this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Alright, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Oh, yeah, we need to reset that. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It loops. Hell yeah, baby. Let's now reset this to 100. I mean, that's about it, I guess. Maybe let's review my code and let's review what's happening. So we have a chat box where our messages are contained, and then we have the message itself with an account image, a username, and the message itself. So we output a string in this line edit, and then once the text is submitted, it sends a signal to this function which calls send message function with our current account, and our current account is this account. And then with the message itself, we check if the account exists and the message is not empty. Then if it goes over the message limit, then we remove the first child. Then we clear the text input, this text input, so that we can't spam text messages. And then we create a message copy of the message scene, this scene. We set the message data on this message scene to the correct information. Then it just adds this message copy to this chat box. Let's create another account. So let's save this account, call it by the username, new account. Let's import this into here, drag this frog in here, call it Frogo. Description, I'm a frog, run, it works. If we save this as Frogo, quick load the other account, we can also use that account as well. Now you could expand upon this, say the description. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Just like that, we have expanded upon our initial idea.